to here our online auction of circa 36.9 acres at our Geashill, County Offaly. Just to introduce ourselves, I'm Gordon Cobb and I have Vincent Garty here from Vincent Garty Solicitors in Mountmellick, Rowan Daly, and with all Dermot Egan are behind the screens here operating the LSL and Tarkin here today. Just to start, I'm going to pass you over to Vincent to go through the conditions of sale, and shortly after we'll commence the auction. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. These are the general conditions of the conditions of sale in the 2019 edition of the Law Society Contracts for Sale. I'll read out the conditions. Now, it is a sale by public auction, although it's online, you're not all seeing each other. So, general condition 4 of the Law Society Contract for Sale applies to this when sale by auction. So I'll read out if I may. Auction. Where the sale is by auction, the following provision shall apply. The vendor may divide the property, set forth the particulars into lots, and subdivide, consolidate, or alter the order of sale of any lots. B. Where there shall be a reserve price for the subject property, whether the same shall comprise the whole or part of the property, set forth the particulars, and the auctioneer may refuse to accept any bid. If any dispute shall arise as to any bidding, the auctioneer shall, at his option, either determine the dispute or again put the property in question up at the last undisputed bid. No person shall advance at a bidding a sum less than that fixed by the auctioneer, and no accepted bid shall be retracted. Subject to the foregoing, the highest accepted bidder shall be the purchaser. The vendor may withdraw the whole or part of the property set forth in particulars, or where such property has been divided into lots, withdraw any one or more of such lots at any time before the same has been sold without disclosing the reserve price. The purchaser shall forthwith pay to the vendor solicitors, well, to the auctioneer, to Gordon, a stakeholder, a deposit of 10% of the purchase price. In part payment thereof, and Gordon Cobb is authorised by the purchaser to sign a contract on the purchaser's behalf. The vendor is here, John Bosco Conroy is here, and I witness his signature. Now, the vendor is John Bosco Conroy of Geashill, County Offaly. The closing date is 4 weeks from the date the contract is signed, which, if the land is sold today by auction, is 4 weeks from today. Now, the particular tenure, the property is going up in 3 separate lots, and the whole lot will go up as all together as well, which we call Lot 4. So Lot 1 is all that does part of town and the Bard in the Barony Phillipstown Upper Electoral Division of Tunnygown and County of Offaly, being part of property comprised in land registry folio OY 15422, and being more particularly delineated and edged in red and coloured blue on the map attached here to, and comprising 5.342 hectares or thereabouts metric measure. There's a map here of the property. You probably have all seen it anyway, because I think Gordon sent out contracts and maps and documents to anyone that wanted. Now here's Lot 1. Sorry. That's Lot 1. That comprises 5.342 hectares. Now, Lot 2 is in the same townland, and it's this portion here. It comprises 1.172 hectares. It has a dilapidated, disused shed, derelict house, and sheds on it. Lot 3 is this piece up here, which comprises 8.423 hectares, and Lots 1 and Lot 3 have no buildings on them. Lot 4 then is the entire folio, the entire thing. The title is held in fee simple. It's a freehold title. The documents that are here that can be viewed, or you should probably have viewed them, or your sister has viewed them, is a land registry scene certified copy folio OY 15422 with map attached. A letter from Offaly County Council dated 12th of August 2022, confirming that the roads abutting Lots 1, 2 and 3 are in charge of Offaly County Council. That's the 2 roads running around borders. There's an opinion on exemption from planning permission from planning and building regulation dated 16th of August from Frank Murray, consultant architect. That's in relation to the derelict house and the shed. Land registry compliant map in respect of Lot 1 and 2. That's the subdivision map. You've seen it here. I want to show you a minute ago. And then there's a letter from Bank of dated the 18th of August from Bank of Ireland confirming that no borrowings are held against folio 15422, and they're arranging to get a land registry discharge of that charge registered on the folio. Now, as I said, the special conditions of the contract for sale is with special condition number 3, VAT is not chargeable on top of the purchase price. So whatever the purchase price is, that's what you pay for it. I don't know, hidden VAT or anything else. 4, as the sale of the properties by auction, the provisions of general condition 4 of the winning contract for sale shall apply. So I've read out that condition so far for you. 5, the title shall commence with and consist of the registration of the vendor as full owner with an absolute freehold title of folio 15422 on the 10th of July 1997, and no other prior title shall be asked for, given or made the subject of any requisition or objection type, whatever. 6, the property sold with the benefit of those planning documents as referred to the document schedule hereto. No further document will be furnished. Documentation will be furnished in respect to Plan Commission or building regulation, and no objection or requisitions or inquiry raised in regarding same. But we have the Frank Murray's certificate. The dwelling house on the premise is a derelict structure, and consequently no building energy rating, that's a bearer certificate, shall be furnished, and no query or objection shall be raised in relation to the same. 8, the purchaser shall be deemed to have, prior to this auction, inspected the property in sale, be fully familiar with, amongst other things, its environmental status, area, dimensions, boundaries, fences, walls, state and condition, and shall raise no objection, requisition, or inquiry in relation to the same. The purchaser shall not require any further evidence as to the identity of the property in sale other than that which is described in the document schedule, which the subdivision map I showed you a second ago. 9, the water supply to the premises is in care of Clonygown Killorn Group Water Scheme Limited. And as the dwelling house on the property is a derelict structure, there is no free domestic water supply, and the supply is a metered farm connection. The vendor will pay and discharge the water charge on the premises up to and including the closing date, and thereafter the purchaser shall take the group water scheme account into their own name. The metered water supply is to lot 2 only and the entire property, but does not individually supply lots 1 or 3. If the purchaser of either lots 1 or 3 do not purchase lot 2, then it is a matter for such purchaser to arrange a water connection from Killy Group Water Scheme to the relevant property. 10, the derelict house on lot 2 does not have an air code and is not registered with the Revenue Commissioners for household charge or local property tax. That's the LPT charges. That's the full conditions of the sale. Thank you. I'll let Gordon back to you again.
No, thanks very much, Vincent. Now, just before we start, I'd like to sincerely thank John Bosco for entrusting us at GVM with this sale. We have 4 lots on offer today, as Vincent has detailed. Lot 1 is 13.2 acres, prime land with straight road frontage. It's an excellent quality field of land. Lot 2 comprises of a derelict house, the 3-bay slatted shed on approximately 2.89 acres. Lot 3 then comprises of 20.81 acres of absolutely top quality land with dual road frontage. And lot 4 then is the whole shebang, the 36.9 acres, derelict house and slatted shed. To those that have registered a bid, I wish you all the very best of luck now. And at this point, we're going to open up lot 1 for bidding. And on your screens, folks, you can see we now have lot 1, and let the bidding commence now for lot 1. Have we, who's start me? Have we 150,000 folks for lot 1? 150, 150, 140, 120. 100,000 start me, folks. 100,000, 100,000. Someone put me in. Have we 90, 80,000 start me, folks? Not about where we start. It's about how we finish this. Start me. 20,000 is in. 20,000 bid. 20. Any advance? 20,000. Any advance now at 20,000? Long way to go yet. At 20 bid. At 20 bid. At 20,000. 20,000 a bid. 20,000. 20,000 a bid. 20,000. At 20,000. At 20,000 a bid now at 20. At 20 bid. At 20,000. 30,000. 30,000. 30,000 a bid. 30. At 30 a bid, 30 a bid, 30, 30,000, 30 bid, 30, 40, 30, 40, 40 bid, 40, 40 bid, 40, 40,000 bid. At 40,000, 40,000, 40,000 a bid, 40. At 40 a bid now 50, 50 a bid, 50 a bid, 50. We're heading in the right direction now at 50 bid. At 50,000, 50,000, 60,000, 60,000, 60,000, 60 a bid, 60 a bid, 60. At 60,000 bid, 60 bid now at 60. At 60,000, selling 60,000. At 60,000, 60,000 a bid, 60. At 60 a bid, 60 a bid, 60 a bid, 60. Now's the time, folks. Do the best you can. At 60,000, at 60 a bid, 60 a bid, 60 a bid, 60, 13.2 acres at 60,000, at 60 a bid, 60 a bid, 60, 60,000. All done now at 60,000. Do the best you can now, folks. This will help us make up our mind. 70, 70,000, 70 bid, 70, 70,000, 70,000 bid now at 70, 80,000, 80,000, 80,000, 80,000 a bid 80, at 80,000, 80,000 a bid 80, 80 a bid, 80,000, 80,000, 80,000 bid now at 80, at 80 bid, 80 a bid 80, 80,000, 80,000, all done now, at 80,000, at 80,000 a bid, 80, 80 100, 100 a bid, 100 a bid 100, 100 a bid 100, 100 a bid 10, 110, 110 a bid 10 a bid 10, 110,000 now at 110, at 110 bid, 110, 110 a bid 10, 110, at 110,000, at 110, at 110. Now's the time, folks. Hit the button at 110, at 110, 110, at 110, 110 a bid 10, 110, at 110. We all finish now at 110,000, at 110. Last call then, at 110, at 110, all done, at 110. Okay, we're going to pass on to lot number 2, folks. Lot number 2 is the derelict house, three-bed slat shed on 2.89 acres. Lot number 2, who'll start me off at this, folks, start me at 100,000 for it, 100, 100,000, 100, 190, 80,000, then and away we go, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 70, 60, 50 surely, put me in, folks. Have we 50, 50, 50,000, 50,000, well, we have to pass on, 50,000 surely, 50, 40 then, 20, 40 bid, 40 I have, 40 bid, at 40 now, 40,000, 40,000 bid, at 40, 40 a bid, 40, 40,000 now at 40, at 40 bid, 40 bid, 40 bid, 40, 40,000, at 40 a bid, 40, 40 a bid, 40 a bid, 40, 40,000, 50,000, 50,000 bid, 50 a bid, 50, 50 bid, 50 a bid, 50, 50,000, at 50 bid, 50,000 now at 50, at 50 bid, 50 to bid, 50 to bid, 50, 50,000, at 50,000, all done now, at 50,000, 50,000, all finished, all done now at 50,000. Okay, folks, we'll pass along to lot number 3. Lot number 3, and this is 20.81 acres, top quality land, dual road frontage, as you can see on your screens. A lovely parcel of land here now. Who'll start me for this, folks? Start me at 200,000 for it, please. 200,000, 200,000, 200, 180, 150 then, put me in, folks. 150,000, start me. 140, 130, 100,000 surely. Have we 100,000? Start me. Surely 100,000, 20, 50, online, 50 now, 50,000, 50, 50 bid, 50,000, 60, 60, 60,000, 60, 60 bid, 60,000, 60 bid, 60,000, bid to go now, at 60,000, at 60,000, 60 a bid, 60, 60,000, 60,000, 60,000 a bid, 60, at 60,000, 60,000 a bid, at 60,000, 60 bid, at 60,000 now, at 60, at 60,000, we all done now, at 60,000, at 60,000, all finished now, at 60,000, 70,000, 70 bid, 70 a bid, 70, 70 bid, 70, 80, 80 bid now at 80, 80,000, 80 a bid, 80, 80,000 a bid now at 80, at 80 bid, 80,000, 80 a bid, 80, 80,000 now at 80, at 80,000, 80,000, we all done now, at 80,000, 80,000, quickly now if you want it, at 90, 90 bid, at 90,000, 90 bid, 90, 90 a bid, 90, 90,000, 100 bid, 100 a bid, 100, at 100,000 now at 100, at 100 a bid, 100 a bid, 100 a bid, 100,000, 100, at 100,000 a bid now at 110, 110, 110 a bid, 10, 110, at 110, 20, 120, 120 a bid, 20, 120, 120 a bid, 20 a bid, 20, 120, at 120, 120 bid now at 20, at 120, 120 a bid, 20 a bid, 20, 120, 30, 130, 130 a bid, 30, 130, 130, 40, 140, 140 a bid, 40, 140, 140,000 now at 140, at 140 a bid, 140 a bid, 40 a bid, 40, 140, at 40 a bid now selling, at 150, 150, 150 a bid, 50, 150,000, 60, 160, 160 a bid, 60, 160, at 160 a bid, 60 a bid, 60, 160, at 60 bid, 160, at 60 a bid, 60 a bid, 60, 160, at 160, 70, 170, 170 a bid, 70, 170, 80, 180, 180 a bid, 80 a bid, 80, 180, at 180, at 180,000 now at 180, at 180, 180 a bid, 80 a bid, 80, 190, 190, 190 a bid, 90, 190, 200,000, 200 a bid, 200, 200 a bid, 200 a bid, 200 a bid, 200, at 200 a bid selling, at 200 a bid, sell at 2 a bid, 200 a bid, 200,000, at 200,000, at 200,000, we all done, at 200,000 a bid, 210, 210, 210 bid, 10 bid, 10, 20, 220, 220 a bid, 20 a bid, 20, 220, 220, 220, 220 a bid, 20 a bid, 20, 220, at 220,000, at 220 a bid, 20, 220 selling, 220, at 220 a bid, 20, at 220 a bid, 20 a bid, 20, 220, 30, 230, 230 bid, 30, 230, 40, 240, 240 a bid, 40 a bid, 40, 240, 240, 240,000 now at 240, 50, 250, 250, 250 a bid, 50 a bid, 50, 250 at 50, 60, 260, 260 the bid now bid 60 at 260 bid, 60 the bid, 60 the bid, 60, 260, 260,000 a bid, 60, 260 at 260 bid, 60, 260, 260 at 260 a bid, 260. Lot number 3 now, 20.81 acres at 260,000 at 270, 270, 270 a bid, 70, 270, 270 a bid, 70 a bid, 70, 270, 270 at 270 a bid, 70 a bid, 70, 270 at 70,000, 270,000 a bid, 270 at 270. Last call now at 270 at 270,000. All finished at 270. Okay, folks, we're going to park lot 1, 2, and 3. We're going to add up our lots 1, 2, and 3 now, and we'll kick in lot number 4, which is the entire. So what's our total? 430, yes? Yeah, 430,000 is our total now. So folks, we'll look for offers in excess of 430. We'll put 430 on the screen. 430 is on the screen. This is for the entire now, folks. 430,000. Have we any advance? Lot 1, 2, and 3 combined. We have 440 for the entire. 440 for the entire now. 440. 440 now at 440. 440 for the entire now, folks. 440 at 440 now. 440. Do the best you can now, folks. Help us make up our mind. At 440 for the entire. 440 at 440 bid now 50, 450, 450, 450, 450 for the entire at 450, at 450, 450 a bid now at 450, at 450, at 450 a bid now at 450, at 450, at 450 a bid 50, 450, 450, 450 a bid 50, 450, 450 now. Any advance at 450, at 450, at 450 a bid 50, 450, at 450, at 450 now at 450, at 450 bid, 450, last call now, at 450, at 450, now's the time, 60, 460, 460, 460, for the entire, 460, 460, 460 a bid, 60, 460, 460, for the entire now, 460, 460, at 460 a bid now, 460, at 460, 460, for the entire, 460,000, at 460,000 now, 36.9 acres at 460,000. Any advance at 460, at 460, 460. Don't regret it tomorrow now, folks. Now's the time. It's not too often a piece of land comes up in the area like this. At 460, at 460,000, at 460, at 460, at 460,000 now at 460. Last call then, at 460. We all done? At 460,000, 70, 470, 470, 470. We'll reopen it. We'll give you a chance. 470, came in at the last second. 470 for the entire, 470, 470, 470, 470. Any advance now? 470, 470 for the entire. Bid come in at the last second. 470, 470, 470,000 now at 470, 470 for the entire. 470, 470, 470,000 for the entire. 470. All done at 470. Last call now. 80 online again. 480, 480. 480, 480, 480, 480 a bid, 80, 480, 480,000 at 480, at 480,000 now at 480, at 480,000 at 480, at 480 now at 480, at 480,000, all done at 480. Last call now at 480, 480, all done at 480. Okay, folks, we're going to park it there now for a couple of moments. If you don't mind, we'll just have a quick word with the vendor and we'll see how we'll progress. So just pause now for a couple of seconds, folks. Thank you very much. Okay, folks. There isn't a huge amount in the entire versus the three lots combined. So what we're going to do is we're going to re-offer lot 1, 2, and 3 again, and give those who have bid on lot 1, 2, and 3 an opportunity to increase your bids if you so wish. There is a button there that allows you to increase your bid by 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 if you so wish to really have that lot. So, folks, there's about a €50,000 gap between lots 1, 2, and 3 combined and the entire. So we're going to pop lot 1 back on the screen again, and we're going to give everyone the opportunity to try and buy it. So lot 1 is back on your screens now, folks. We know who the highest bidder on lot 1 was, and we've 120,000 in now at 120, at 120, 30, 130, 130,000 for lot 1, 130. This is the time now. Do the best you can here now, folks. 40, 140 bid, 140, 150, 150, 150 now at 150, at 150, at 150, 150, at 150, at 150 now at 150, at 150, at 150,000 now at 150 for lot 1, 150, 150 bid, at 150, at 150 a bid now 150, at 150, at 150. Now's the time, folks, at 150, at 150,000, at 150, at 150,000. Last call now at 150, at 150,000 for lot 1. We all finished now. 60, 160, 160, 160, 160, 170, 170, 170, 170, 170, 170 bid now at 170, at 170,000, at 170,000 bid now at 170, at 170, at 170,000 bid, at 170, at 170 now at 170, at 170, at 170 a bid now 170, at 170, 170, 170. We all done? At 170, at 170, 180, 180, 180,000, 190, 190,000, 190,000 now bid at 190, at 190. This is lot 1, 13.2 acres at 190,000, at 190,000 bid now at 190, at 190, at 190. Who'll fill it up to 200? At 190 bid, 190,000 now at 190, at 190, at 190,000 now at 190. We all finished this time, folks, at 190,000. Once in a lifetime opportunity at 190, at 190, at 190. All done. All finished now at 190. Okay, folks, that's lot 1. We're going to park that now, and we've moved on to lot number 2. Lot 2 was the house, the derelict house, and the 3-bay slatted shed on 2.89 acres. A lovely property, and the highest bid on this was at 50,000, at 50. And bid away again here, folks, at 50,000. Lot 2 is now open. Have we any advance at 50,000? At 50,000. If you really want it, now's the time. Hit the button. At 50,000. At 50,000, the bid now at 50. At 50 bid. At 50 bid. At 50,000. At 50,000, the bid now 50. At 50. Have we 60 anywhere now at 50? At 50 bid. At 50,000, the bid now at 50. At 50,000. At 50,000. At 50 a bid. 50 a bid. 50, 50,000. At 50,000 a bid. 50 a bid. 50 a bid. 50, 50,000. All done now. At 50,000. All finished at 50,000. Okay, folks. Lot number 3 now is on your screens. Lot number 3, and this is 20.81 acres. Lovely parcel of land again. Have we any advance here now? At 270 was the highest bid here. Have we any advance at 270? At 270, at 270, at 270. Any advance now at 270, at 270, at 270, at 270, at 270 a bid now at 270. Any advance now at 270, at 270, at 270, at 270 a bid 70, at 270, at 270, at 270,000, at 270, at 270, at 270 a bid now 270, 270. Any advance now at 270, at 270, 20.81 acres at 270, at 270 a bid, 70 a bid, 70, 270. Last call now, folks, at 270. Now's the time if you want it. At 270, all finished. 270. Okay, folks, we'll tally them up. I think they're nearly neck and neck, are they? You're very close. 510 it is it? 510. Okay, folks, the 3 lots combined now is 510. Lot number 4, which was the entire, was at 480. So we need the entire, obviously, to exceed the 3 lots, or we're going to end up potentially having to sell in the 3 lots. So lot number 4, it was at 480. Why is 510 on my screen? Yep, sorry. There we go. 480 is on the screen now. At 480. Any advance? At 480. At 480,000 now. At 480. Any advance for the entire now? At 480. At 480. 480. 480 a bid 80. Now's the time, folks. At 480. 480. 480. 90. 490. 490. We need to beat the 510 now, folks. At 490. At 490. 490 bid 90. 490. 490 for the entire 490,000. 490 at 490 a bid now 490 at 490 490 a bid 90 490 at 490 490 at 490 a bid now 490 at 490 a bid 490 at 490 a bid 90 490 at 490 we're all done now at 490 490 490,000 at 490 a bid 90 a bid 90 490 at 490 490 at 490 a bid selling at 490 all done at 500 500,000 bid at 500,000 at 500,000 now for the entire at 500,000 at 500 a bid now 500 at 500,000 500,000 500,000 a bid 500,000 500,000 500,000 a bid 500 500,000 a bid 500 500,000 at 500,000 a bid at 500,000 500 a bid now 510 510 510 510 to 510 510 510 now 510 510 selling 510 510 510 now 510 at 510 bid at 510 for the entire 510 510 now 510 at 510,000 at 510 at 510,000 all done at 510 510 at 510,000 at 510,000 a bid 510 at 510 at 510,000 at 510 all done at 510,000 at 520 520 520 the entire stretches out in front now at 520 at 520 at 520,000 at 520 520,000 a bid 520 at 520 at 520 a bid now 520 at 520 520,000 at 520 a bid 520 at 520 at 520 now at 520 at 520 at 520,000 36.9 acres of prime Geashill land at 520 at 520 at 520,000 30 530 530 530 530,000 530 530,000 530 tell you what we'll do folks we'll set the increments in 5,000 now just to help it along at 530 530 we'll take 5,000 now folks at 530 at 530 at 530 you can come back in at 535 if you like at 530 at 530,000 now at 530 at 530 at 530 at 530 a bid 3530 last call then at 530 all done at 530 all finished at 530 okay folks I'm going to have a quick consultation again with the owner and we'll be back in a second. Thank you very much for your patience. Okay, folks, one of those auctions, we have a kind of a battle between lot 1, 2 and 3 and the entire. There's about approximately €20,000 gap between the 3 lots combined versus the entire. So again, look, to give everyone their chance, we'll put lot 1, 2 and 3, offer them back up again. And if we get no more on them then, folks, then we're obviously going to have to look towards the entire. But at the moment, we're going to just re-offer lots 1, 2 and 3. So you just have to bear with us for those that are hanging on the entire. So we'll just pop lot 1 back up on the screens at 190,000, and we'll ask, have we any advance at 190? At 190, at 190,000 now at 190, have we any advance? at 190, at 190, at 190,000 now, at 190. Any advance? This is getting near the end now, at 190. We any advance now, at 190, at 190,000, at 190, all done, at 190, at 190. Last call now, at 190, all finished at 190. Okay, folks, there's no further bids at that one. Lot number 2, the house on 2.89 acres. Derelict house, we had an offer of 50,000 on this. So we any advance at 50, any advance at 50, folks, for lot number 2, any advance at 50, at 50,000, at 50,000, at 50, 60, 60,000, 60, 60 for the derelict house on 2.89 acres, 60,000 bid now at 60, any advance at 60, at 60,000, at 60,000 now at 60, at 60,000, at 60,000 the bid 60, any advance at 60,000, at 60,000 for lot number 2, at 60,000, at 60,000 the bid now at 60, at 60,000, at 60,000 the bid 60, at 60,000 all done, at 60,000. Last call now, folks, at 60,000. Do the best you can now. Now's the time. At 60,000, at 60,000, at 60,000, at 60,000, at 60,000. All finished. Last call, 60,000. Okay. And lot number 3, folks. There was 270 on this. A fine offer. 270,000. Have we any advance now? At 270, at 270, at 270, at 270. Any advance now, folks? At 270, at 270, at 270, at 270 a bid now, 270, at 270, at 270,000, at 270. Last call now, at 270. All finished at 270. Okay, folks, we increased by 10,000 there, so that was 520,000. The entire is sitting at 530,000, so I'm going to have a very brief discussion with the vendor, and we'll be back with a decision, folks. Thank you. Just patience again for 2 seconds, folks. Now, folks, obviously the 3 lots combined ceased at 520,000, and the vendor has asked me to go with the entire lot, and we are now going to put we're going to withdraw lots 1, 2, and 3, and we are going to put the lot number 4, the entire, on the market at 530,000, and we are selling in the entire, folks, at 530,000. At 530, we're on the market now, and we'll set the increments in €5,000 increments as well at 530,000. At 530. This is on the market now, folks. The entire property on the market at 530,000. At 530. At 530 a bid now, and we'll take 5,000, folks. At 530. At 530 a bid now. At 530. At 530,000. At 530. Any advance? At 530. At 530. We're going to get the hammer now, folks. At 530. At 530,000. At 530. Don't miss out now, folks. At 530. At 530,000. At 530. Any advance? At 530. At 530,000. At 530,000 a bid now. At 530. At 530. At 530 a bid now. At 530. Last call, folks. At 530 we sell once. At 530,000. The whole lot, the entire, is on the market at 530,000. At 530,000 we sell twice. At 530,000. At 530,000 now, folks. Don't regret it. Now's the time. At 530,000 we're going to sell the entire at 535, 535, 535 at the last second, at 535, at 535,000, at 535, at 535 now at 535, at 535, at 535,000 the bid now at 535, at 535,000 we sell once, at 535, at 540, 540, 540, 540,000, at 540,000 selling, at 540,000, at 540, at 540,000 a bid now at 540, at 540,000, at 540 a bid now 540, at 540,000, 540 sell once, at 540, at 540,000 a bid now at 540 sell twice, at 540,000. Don't leave it to the last second if you want it. Don't miss out. At 540,000, the gavel is up. At 540,000, we're selling. Third and final call. All finished and sell at 540,000. Sold. Congratulations to our highest bidder and many thanks to all our bidders. That was a wonderful auction, folks. We have a large number of underbidders, obviously, in the area looking for another property, folks. So if you have something to sell, give me a call. Thank you all, folks. Thank you all to all our bidders and everyone. And thanks very much to John Pascoe and Ray for entrusting us with this sale. And please God, we'll see you all again soon with another GVM property auction. Thank you, folks.